So, session. This is a thing. Where we left off last time was part of the 164th Mughal expedition. The party had fought a lot of hotbot golems that the Mughals had somehow managed to reactivate. Reactivating, I think, every single one that could have reactivated during the expert. And I'm just going to make sure that the stream's actually in the right place. Yes, it is. Where we left off, the Mughals had requested the party to go and investigate the the epicenter of the cave-in point of the Clockwork Ruins entrance, to which the party found two adamantine golems that immediately instigated a fight with the party. One of them is down, and the other one is almost down. It's about what, I think, judging by the bar, say 20% left-ish. But where we had left off, the adamantine golem had begun its offensive. So let me grab some things, like my dice that are stashed in the corner. That would be a bit helpful, wouldn't it? And as its first action it had used, so its second action is going to be using... Oh right, yeah, because it's got haste up, so it's... Okay. So it is going to attack Penton. Rolling a 56 and a 46 to hit.
Okay.
Please tell me you had your shield.
Okay. Can I jump down? What to hit?
It was a 56 and a 46.
One of them hits.
Okay. That's the... Okay. So I need Penton to make me a con save, please.
Okay. It's a 67.
Okay, so you succeed in the save. You take 48 points of bludgeoning damage, and that ignores 20 points of your damage reduction. Okay, well, please apply that to your thing. By the way, if the party are a bit lost on the, if you're a bit lost on the map, we're in the bottom left corner.
Is it 40 damage?
48.
48.
So that's 2 actions, bonus action. Okay. It's going to use some of its movement. Okay, I need the following party members to please make me a dex save. That is Alice, Milo, Mira, Kay, and Yuzok Angela.
Oh, what save?
Dex.
Dex. Oh, sorry, it didn't come through the mic.
Sorry, my apologies. The
Magical or non-magical, sorry?
magical.
What?
Magical. Sorry, I might need to get this mic replaced soon, because it is not having a fun time. Can you all hear me, alright?
Yeah. I cut out that one time.
Okay.
This thing's about to jump on you. You're about to get crushed.
Okay, So you have to bear with me, I'm being a little slow. Oh my god. I forget that these members of the party that I'm targeting are not exactly speed. And then the last one. Oh my god, I don't even need to look. Fenrir, why do you roll a nat one? Why are you like this? Okay, so, Alice, what did you roll? Alice, what did you roll, please?
30.
30?
Yeah.
That is a fail.
What?
Damn.
Oh.
Milo.
32.
So 32.
Yeah.
That's a fail.
I saw that one coming.
Mira.
28.
Okay. So depressingly, everybody failed.
I saw that one.
L, my
Judging from your reaction to all of the rolls, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not being cheeky today. I'm very see-through. Okay, so everybody failed. So that's 41 points of fire damage, 39 points of lightning damage.
Oh, fun.
I've already
39.
forgot. 39 fire.
41 fire. I'll put it in the.
41. Yes,
Yeah,
please.
please do.
So it's 41 fire, 39 lightning. Please apply
I
your
forgot.
damage resistances.
Do we round up or down?
Round up if you're applying your
Okay.
fire resistances. Oh my god, it came in clutch. I made all of when I respec'd Kay's magic gear, I just threw everything at resistances and didn't bother paying any attention to her health, and it came in useful. Watch this dramatic drop. Watch this dramatic drop. This will be the only time you ever see this happen. Bonk.
I'm confused.
Has Kay took the damage?
Yep.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's stacking a lot of elemental resistance stuff in a way that I've adjusted the magic gear system so she can't keep all of that. But oh my lord, I'm gonna win. Don't
Well, it's fun for the one battle it lasts.
Yeah, like the element, the friggin' immunity, ailment immunities that you keep currently. Damage been applied. Fucking Fenrir. Fenrir, do you have damage resistance to either of those things? You do not. Well, this is unfortunate. Do maths, that's 80 total. Ouch. Use up. Use up? Yes, yes. Sorry, I am being slow. Wait, hang on. Oh, I love when I forget these things. Okay, right. So that's action. Slam, 2 slams. Whatever it did initially. That, so that's 1 left. I'm exceeding my own time. I'm exceeding my time. Oh dear god. Okay. Last one's target is. Oh. Oh, that's unfortunate. Alec.
Fuck, I knew it was gonna be me. I was like, I haven't been hit one time this time.
I don't even need to ask you if this hits,
Roll.
but you know what's really funny? You have fire damage, don't you?
Yep, should do.
Yeah, it casts Lava Blast on you, so it definitely hits. Unironically, it crit, but because you have it, it's just normal damage. I do need you to make me a con save, however.
Oh, I hate those.
I hate it.
Those are the worst.
That's 5.
I have like plus. Is it? It's magical, yeah.
Yes, it's.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
so that gives me a little. It's gonna be above 30, isn't it?
Most likely, yes, considering
Then
the...
there's really no point in me rolling because I'm +5.
Valid. Okay, so you take 59 fire damage. I'll put it in the chat. And for the next 30 rounds, you are burning and entangled. I will put the things for that in the bottom as well.
That's half my health.
I'm literally just going to throw us down into the chat, so if you need to... Okay, that is the end of its turn. So, people that held actions, Alice. I have...
Oh, fuck.
Whilst,
Oh, okay, I hadn't realised I'd held my action, sorry.
No, so where I've been using your sheet last time, I was taking way too long to settle what I was doing. So I basically just had Alice hold all of her actions. So you've got...
That's fair. Okay, I can come up with an action. Just, maybe go with someone else first.
Sure. Just keep in mind that, oh god, yep. So, I'm just gonna... Oh, fuck it, we're just gonna go roll. We're just gonna roll straight into the next round and have, well, work out your actions with H2. Don't worry about held actions, we'll just roll straight on to the next one. So, Alice is working out what she's doing, so Alec.
Me?
Bruh.
I will be moving further away. Half movement speed. Great. Yeah, I do have half movement speed. Let me check my movement speed. I can't remember what it was. Where is movement speed?
I have an action idea. Is it my turn? I have no idea.
Alec, your movement speed will be under
There it is.
Social, because I couldn't fit it onto a combat
Oh,
page neatly.
social. I haven't been on the social page. Oh, there it is.
Do you want me to get Alice to roll out what she's doing?
Yeah, Alice, you go first. I'll be looking.
I want to go up to this beast and transfer Hertz hostile.
Okay. So I'm gonna move on up. Let me just get my spell compendium up so I can
I moved a solid 1 block. Slay.
5 feet. Oh, move. Nice. Okay. Oh my god, unable to load file. Don't give me that. You can.
Okay, it's a roll. It's a roll to hit. So let me roll to hit.
Okay.
Sorry, I got excited and said I was ready, and then actually didn't do any of the rolls before.
It's perfectly fine. As long as you've got
Oh,
an idea
dear.
of what you're doing, it doesn't matter how long you take with the rolls. Expert advice from this DM, who does that exact thing.
Wait, where did the funky table go that says like the spells, like the roll to hit bonus you get on spells?
It'll be on your combat page, literally right above where your limit breaks are. So combat page would be above where that funky line of interesting
Oh,
text
the
is.
table just changed shape. I had a moment.
Anyway,
Okay. Yeah, no, I had a full-on moment there. Sorry.
don't worry, you've been out of session for a while. Take a little while to get used to it. You're readjusting. Here we have an Alice in her natural habitat, preparing to smack a bitch down.
Oh my god, it's a plus 20. Okay, that'll be 28 to hit.
That hits.
Fuck yes! Take that, 50 points of my damage. Wow!
Okay, that's 50 damage total, yeah?
Yeah, and I get healed by 50.
Yep, so it's taken 50 damage and you've healed for 50.
I need to do that again. Let me just add my stuff.
Yeah, take your time.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that again.
Okay, roll to hit.
I did the exact same roll. I
Same
guess that's
again.
28.
Yep.
And then that's 50 points of damage.
Okay. Remember to remove your MP as well, because you're spellcasting.
Yeah, I haven't forgotten. It's coming off. Oh my god, why do I have like 0 MP? Where did my MP go?
During the fight against the clockwork golems, I think you said you listened back to a previous one. I got you to use some of your magic because your sword was not bonking hard enough. So you bonked harder.
I haven't rested since then.
No, this has been one entire chain of events.
This is not fun. Okay, that's fine. Let me think of like one more thing to do.
Yeah.
Let's whack it with my obsidian leech.
Leech. Like
Yeah, that one. Okay. Okay. Oh, nat 20. Okay, slow. Nat 20 plus
Damn.
19 is 39.
Yep, that hits.
And it's a crit. Fuck yeah, we are slaying today. Oh my goodness. I should take breaks more often if I come back to slaying like this.
Today the luck is on your side.
Truly, this is very this is abnormal for me. Okay, can I use it as a two-handed weapon?
Yep. So
Sorry, I probably should have specified that before.
No,
But I'm not holding anything else. Oh, a shield.
I don't think Alice had her shield drawn anyway. So yeah, two hands.
Yeah, probably not. That's not an Alice thing to draw. She's a bit stupid, you know. she's getting smarter.
Yeah. The important thing is you pointed out that it's the using both hands before you roll the damage. That's the important thing. So roll me up that smexy crit damage.
Wait, why didn't that go through?
Try this.
/R space.
Am I going crazy? Is it not R? Oh, maybe it's /R
It's
slash R. Okay, I'm
not
so
R
dumb.
slash.
That one also works. Hey, there we go.
Okay, and then that's 18 times 2.
So 36 damage total. So
Yeah.
applying the. Do you have anything on your weapon that ignores damage reduction at all?
Oh lord. I have very much no idea.
If you scroll down on your combat page, there'll be a thing that says current weapon effects.
Oh, nothing. Yeah.
Okay, so you do a total of 16 points of slashing damage.
Slay. Wait, only 16? R.I.P.
It's a golem made of adamantine, a ridiculously tough metal.
Oof. Well, I just took like 100 damage off it anyway. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end my turn there. I'll just vibe.
Okay. Alec, are you ready to go?
Yeah, it's basically. It looks like it's not got a lot of health left, so I think I'm just gonna throw my dagger out there.
Okay. Can you roll to hit for
Can I
me?
use... Sneak attack is a free action. I'm gonna do that, so I have to roll stealth against passive perception.
Yep. I will let you
Can
know
I
if
do
you've
that?
succeeded or not.
Okay. Back to social. 26.
You are not successful.
Fuck. Then I'll just still attack. Natural 20.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
So
I
that's
get lucky.
35.
So that's a
Yeah.
35 to hit. That hits.
Cool. So do I double after I've rolled or double the dice?
So you double the damage after you've rolled it.
Okay, cool. 3d4 plus 3d. 1, 2, 3. 9 piercing plus 11 shadow.
Is that before or after you've doubled it?
Oh right, doubled it. Fuck. So instead it's
18 piercing,
18
22
and
shadow.
22 shadow.
Okay, so it only takes the shadow damage.
Cool.
So that's 22 damage to it. And then I'm assuming you're recalling the dagger to your hand as a free action, yeah?
Yep. And then I'm gonna fucking... Let's throw out a recall death. Sure.
Okay.
Make a wisdom save.
Okay. What's the DC?
The DC is 8th level. 32.
Yeah, it saves.
Okay, so
Save.
that's just 5d6 non-elemental. 1, 2, 3. Wow, I've got exactly 5d6s. Wow, that's a lot of 6s. 6, 12, 18, 19, 21 non-elemental damage. That's 2 actions. So I have 2 more.
Yep.
Let's go back to the dagger again. How many sneak attacks can I do? Let me check.
As long as it's you have an
Any
infinite
I
number
want.
of free actions. As long as you succeed
Cool.
the stealth check against their passive perception.
Cool, let's try again.
Okay.
Come on. Oh, that's lower. 19, never mind. Then attack. That's... Oh, 32?
32 hits.
Cool. 3d4. I mean, is there any point in me rolling piercing? It's probably not. 3d4 is not going to get through it. That's fine.
No. You would be correct on
Let's
that
just-
one.
Let's just skip to shadow then.
Yeah.
3, 9, 11. 11 shadow.
And with that, the golem goes down.
Oh yay, I killed something. Woo!
Hey!
Still on fire,
That's
guys.
what I like.
No, I'm on fire.
Oh yeah, literally. That was an amazing pun.
Let's see.
Um,
Actually on fire.
okay.
Can we try and put him out?
Yes, give me 2 seconds.
Now that combat's over, I can take just like a round to roll around on the ground.
Around to the
Stop, drop, and roll.
Immediately upon seeing that her ally is currently rolling back and forth like an absolute maniac, Kay is going to cast Basuna, removing the entangled effect. This is Yeah, dual casting Basuna to. Oh my god, sorry. Dual casting
Upon
Basuna
seeing
to
your-
remove Entangled and Burning. So you are now cured of those effects before they took hold.
Oh,
I'm
thanks,
gonna whip
Ken.
out a marshmallow and start toasting it on your fire.
I'm out now, so you can't
Well,
do that.
god damn it. Now I guess I've got to make mine fire.
Or light him on fire again.
Please don't light me on
Wait.
fire. God.
Yeah, let's not light people on fire, please.
Okay, Kay is going to follow that up with casting Curaga on everybody using.
Excellent.
To make sure I've actually got the radius correct. Yes, okay, everybody is within range.
So low.
Everybody, everybody recovers 120 points of HP.
Whoa.
So minus 5 points of K's MP. So
Okay.
Hampton Street topped off 70. I think Alice should be fully topped off. 1, 2, 0.
I'm very topped off right now.
Okay, yeah, that should have topped everybody off, excluding Fenrir, because he has a lot more health.
What else does he have?
If you want, I can tell you.
Yeah.
Fenrir, as an avatar, currently has 310 HP. Fun fact, summoner avatars are very strong because the actual summoner themselves is kind of garbage until like midway through the actual class. Okay, so the golem has been defeated, and oh shit, don't like that. And after a short period, the Mughals start making their way through. Oh god. So the Mughals start making their way through the rubble, salvaging the adamantine golems, and after a short period, the party are escorted back. Would you guys do me a favor and just like ball up into a group for those of you that are like distant from the center?
All around Fenrir. Everyone surround him.
I am presuming okay, bear with. So the party are approached by the Mughals, and my throat is killing me, so I'm not going to do the voices for them. But they mention that with a little bit of effort, they could probably clear the rubble from the collapsed-in entrance to the Clockwork Ruins. Are the party going to try and delve deeper, considering what they've just encountered is what's been left outside as a generic guard sort of situation?
No.
I don't want to be more on fire than I have today, thanks.
Valid. Don't think we're quite ready for that yet. Okay.
I don't have very much MP left.
Well, actually, how much do I have? I still have 100 left. Sorry.
Not too bad. Okay, I'm going to move the party back over to the hub map. I've just re-added your tokens into the right place. So, as of the current point, you are all within. You end up being taken back to the guild after a short period. Right, 2 seconds. So I've got to organise my tracker. Clear the buff sound.
It is the 3rd of August.
Yes, it is the 3rd of August, 56 AR. Sort A to Z. So So, after returning, what are the party going to do? Do you have anything you wish to do now that you are back?
Hill?
Okay. Yes.
The Moogle?
You sound like you're about to ask something, Milo.
Sorry.
Heat confusion.
Okay, so...
I'm gonna go talk to Kay. Well, I'm gonna go and talk to Kay.
Okay. Is it just me, or are you a little bit quieter than normal?
I'm not facing the mic at the moment,
That would explain why it's harder to hear you. Okay.
and it was because because I've got Discord on my other monitor, trying to find the thing that we were talking about.
Right, yeah. Let me just scroll back and I'll nab it.
I've already got it.
Oh, okay. Okay, so upon the party's return, you spend a short period just kind of, I guess, having a bit of R&R after a little bit of a chaotic fight. Milo, you go to speak to Kay, who is currently just getting some dust out of her robes.
Kay.
She looks at you with an
Could we-
eyebrow half raised.
Could we talk alone? I want to rediscuss what happened, well, yesterday.
She takes a breath in and exhales. Yeah, okay. Sure.
There is no one around, yeah?
I would say as of current, most of the party is like back and forth within the hallway, but you guys would be in the room.
Alright. Okay. So I can start talking now, yeah? There's...
If you
Right.
want, you can move to another room that will definitely be, I guess, people free.
No, this will be alright then.
Okay. So, Kay looks at you and sits down. She sits down on her bed.
Okay. So, I'm gonna start by making this clear. I'm not expecting you to forgive me. I'm not even expecting you to accept the apology that I'm, well, about to give. I know what I said yesterday was wrong and it was incredibly hurtful. And, well, it was very much wrong for me to do so after everything that had happened.
She takes a moment to process. I don't know what you're expecting from me, but I am incredibly disappointed. How do I explain it? I'll accept your apology, but I don't have the capability within me yet to forgive you for what you said. As I believe you so clearly phrased to me, I will work with you, but I won't trust you. But I will do something that you weren't so willing to do, by making it clear that I won't trust you like I did before. I'll have faith in any calls you make, but I won't put my life in your hands.
Well, okay. I'm sorry that I haven't made anything clear. I was hurt emotionally when you did when you said that you had that you were the one that had basically gone in my sleep and, well, taken my blood. I know that I haven't told you about what has happened in regards to Alistair and I. I could explain, but part of me wonders if that would even... Well, it doesn't really matter now. I guess I was hurt because it left me feeling extremely paranoid for the rest of the night. And I know that we've been told that Mace can go into our dreams. I just wasn't expecting anyone to... Well, I at least trusted everyone to, well, not harm each other in the guild room at the very least.
Kay has a rather stern expression on her face. Well, as much as I would love to act like what I did was a complete breaking of a safe space, like you've said, Mace is capable of entering our dreams, so sleep isn't exactly a safe place for us to begin with. And I mean, this room itself has been broken into before. You know, before me and Xanis were kidnapped, we thought this room was great, and then off we are in a cloth sack being dragged to a crypt. I understand how I have affected your mental state, but I only did what I did because it was the only method that would keep things on the low. You're around Mira a lot, and both you and I know what Mira's like when it comes to being a loudmouth. Remember back in Batzel with what she did in front of the mayor? Didn't exactly leave a good impression. And if you had at any point refused, it would have resulted in your death without fail. I mean, I showed you a sketch of it because you, well, stormed off, so I couldn't exactly show you the hole that Alistair had started digging through that doorway. But if I hadn't have acted as soon as I did, and hadn't pushed to get it sorted immediately, you would currently be deceased. And, you know, you bring up the fact that you haven't mentioned anything about you and Alistair, and the lack of, well, trust or any connection between you. How am I supposed to know that? I'm sorry, but the first thing that I find or have any understanding of with the whole situation was when we got back. Otherwise, it was just, you know, my bloodline's power triggering off, which, you know, typically pairs up with when a member of the Helm bloodline starts devouring things. But how am I supposed to know? You reacted to me with... How do I put it? The way that you responded to me was... I don't know. I did what I had to do to make sure that you were still alive, and at that point, you know, okay, I didn't know that you had completely cut off your connection with Alistair, but as of that point, I didn't know that, so I had to do what kept you alive, what kept him alive, and she does air quotes with her fingers, and meant that there was no loss of anybody else in the process of that.
Alice, I'm not entirely sure what you wanted me to do in that situation. Would you have rather I stayed in a highly emotional state and, well, said something that could have been monumentally worse?
Yes, Milo. Because if you had listened to what I had to say before you stormed off down that hallway, I could have given you the context so that you could make your own mind up on it with all of the information that you needed. There didn't need to be that whole talk on the hill with Penton involved. I didn't need to take off that stupid wig and point out to you that via the most unenjoyable method that I am not getting away with this scot-free either, and that I am struggling through this, through dealing with what I did. I get that you're upset, and I can only assume that you feel betrayed by what I did. I don't know why, but I can only make assumptions. But if you hadn't have just decided to storm off, I could have given you the understanding of what I did. Nobody else would have had to have gotten involved, in terms of we wouldn't have had to have had that conversation on the hill with Penton there. The rest of the group, you wouldn't have exploded the way you did, because I could have given you the chance to make up your own mind with every bit of information.
I mean, I'd already exploded in the hall before I left.
Kay lets out a half-defeated sigh. Look, I don't expect you to have any sort of faith in me after having to do what I had to do. I'm not proud of it. It didn't really seem to matter to you too much that I wasn't proud of what I did, and that I was trying to explain to you up on that hill that I'm not exactly getting away from this scot-free. I'm not out to harm you. I'm not out to do bad things. If I was out to do something to get you, I wouldn't be at the guild in the first place. I wouldn't have stayed in the group if I had intent to harm, because we're literally in the most reputable guild on this planet. Globally speaking, this is the most prestigious guild we could work with. If I had a problem, I could have done what Mado did. I could have done what Leon and Throck did. I could have done what Jelda and Yuzok did. And just left. Like, I'm not out to get you, Milo. If I had problems with you, I would tell you. And I tried to make clear to you before you left, up on that hill, that I'm not gonna put it nicely, because I can't think of a better way to put this to you, but I don't know what drove you to come and talk to me immediately, but if we hadn't have had that conversation, you could have made up your mind without any of the information that you actually needed to get a properly informed opinion, and that would have been it. Because I highly doubt that you would have wanted to talk to me again if you'd settled on that. If you'd ended up deciding that, you know, what I had done was so horrifying or inherently evil to you that you just didn't want to talk to me again. I mean, look at the way that you interact with Alice, or sorry, the lack of interaction between you and Alice after what she did. I get that. I mean, for God's sake, look at my head. The fistfuls of hair that I've literally pulled out of my skull over the stress of losing that half of the Helm family heirloom. If you had settled on what I did being the same level of intensity as what she did, you wouldn't have ever spoken to me. So I couldn't explain this to you.
I left at the hall to try and clear my mind. I would have come to you eventually, and the only reason why I came too early is mainly because I was given an ultimatum.
Kay raises her eyebrow, seeming very, very confused.
Moment.
2 seconds.
Zelda, I don't know if the others told you, but I imagine after everyone had left the dungeons, he came to the library where I was to talk to me. And, well, his intervention, whilst I think he thinks it was a good thing, I just wasn't ready.
I had no idea that he had decided to get involved. But I'm kind of glad that Jelda did push you to come and talk to me, because, okay, you've just said that you would have come to talk to me eventually, but I don't know that. Like, this is where you not expressing yourself leaves a lot unsaid, so we can only make assumptions based on how we've seen you act. Like, I hate to bring it up, but Carl was always the one that would explain why you were acting out or acting in a way that we couldn't completely understand. But we don't have him here anymore, so we can't have someone to explain to us why you're reacting to certain things that way. It's not me trying to be nasty to you. I want to be clear on that. It's me trying to show you how many gaps we have to fill with what we personally understand about you. Like, why do you think so many of us either assume that you're level-headed when you're having an internal breakdown over something, or we just assume that you know what you're doing when you could really be struggling?
No,
Like,
I just. No, sorry. No, you go.
it's a situation of I guess you can summarize it as how are we supposed to know? You don't talk to many of us. You talk to Gelda and that's it. Sure, you talk to Mira occasionally, but you don't confide in anybody else. When was the last time me and you actually talked before this entire thing? Like, properly talked to one another? You don't need to answer that, it's a rhetorical question, but just process that for a minute.
I know. I've always struggled with that, but Mana takes a moment to just think. I know that I haven't exactly, well, reacted in the best manner, especially with all of this. And I know that I often keep things too close to my chest. And, well, I don't think saying sorry in this instance would be the best. And I understand you've shown me that you are traumatized by what you've had to do. Especially after keeping it a secret from, I think, everyone.
She tilts her head from side to side and then nods, kind of that she's shared with maybe one person and that's about it, kind of indication. So yeah, mostly everybody.
And, well, at the end of this I've just been a burden on your shoulders.
Kay, the expression on Kay's face changes quite a bit. From concern to what I can only describe as harsh, I suppose.
I did not hear that. I just had I suppose.
Sorry. So, her expression changes from one of concern and kind of a very soft expression, changes to a very stern and what I can describe as like a combination of very blunt and very harsh, like proper irritated frown kind of expression. Ignore me as I drink water. And she kind of readjusts how she's sitting, and her shoulders she rolls her shoulders a little bit. I'm not gonna be nice on this one, and this is not just because I need to get this out of my system, but also because I need you to realize that it's not just my shoulders, and you haven't exactly been helping with that for a while now. Be it how you're interacting with Alice, or the lack of interaction with Alice, which is making it harder for me to put the situation behind me because it's just causing me more stress, the way that you interact with Alec. Like, I get the whole demon devil sense thing, but it's borderline catty at times. I mean, your first interaction with him was insulting him, when he's supposed to be the person who was helping us in place of Jasper after he basically got folded like a deck chair, which was a horrifying experience to witness. And I cannot unhear the crunching of his spine and bones as that happened. That haunts me in my sleep. And just, this is more of a personal one, but the way you've been acting with Xanis, like, no. You've been a collective pressure on everybody's shoulders since Carl died. Because we can't understand you if you're not expressing yourself. I don't care how you want to spin it. We can't understand you if you don't want to tell us what the problem is. If you don't like one of us, tell us. Explain what we've done. Like, it didn't seem to occur to you at the time, if you want to focus on me, it didn't occur to you at the time when you told me that you'll work with me but you don't trust me, that the trauma is affecting me quite heavily. Like, to the point where I've had to put a mask on, I've had to literally wear a wig so people don't see that I pulled my own hair out. Which I tossed away. If I'm gonna be branded as somebody that's this evil person, I may as well show all of the pain on the front, because that's just what people tend to do, I guess. But I'm not gonna focus on me. I don't really care about that. But the excess of stress there, you know, I've got my handle on that. That's for me to deal with. But I am not impressed with the way that you have acted with Xanis. You decide to when you call him out on trying to kill the judges who had chased us across a continent, the point where you decided to compare Xanis to those Arcadian knights. If we killed them, we're just as bad as them. Do you know how many non-humanoids they slaughter for fun every year? I guarantee you the answer's no. The number of guild members that both me and Xanis have seen appear and then vanish, only for us to find several months later that they've died in an Arcadian torture chamber of all things. So you make that comparison, and then you just leave him high and dry for a while, saying nothing to him for ages. And that's collective pressure. That's putting weight on somebody that you're supposed to be helping, as from what I understand, you're helping him as like a second in command. But you pull that on him. That's collective pressure. Like I said, since we lost Carl, we can't understand why you don't express these things. And just doing stuff like that as well does not help. Like, I want, or maybe wanted, I don't know how I feel towards you right now, to help. The rest of the group wants to understand how you're feeling so we can work cohesively. But if you can't express yourself, how are we supposed to know that? Like, I want to make sure that you are okay. I wanted to be like your sister and look after you. I don't want that now. I can't look at you the same way after expressing to you the struggles that I'm bearing with, and the fact that I didn't really get a choice in this. I did something that minorly hurt you to save your life. I don't expect you to forever forgive me, because that's all I've seen of you, is once somebody has done something wrong, you hold that against them. She takes a moment to just take a deep breath in, and you can hear the rest of the party kind of audibly down the hallway. And looks directly at Milo in the eyes. I'll wrap it up as this before the rest of the group comes back in. Be it awkwardness or tolerating each other, I will work with you. You will work with me. I will have trust in what you are capable of doing and your abilities. But should it ever come to a point where I have to put my life in your hands, I will not give you the benefit of the doubt. And I think the same goes for me, seeming as you do not trust me as of this point. I can read it in your body language. You're tense. Maybe that's just this interaction between us, but maybe as time goes on, I might find the willpower to fully put this past me. But let's try and work together. I am going to try and talk to Alice and start mentoring her, because it's all good and well if both of us sit there and complain about how she behaves, but we have the power to help her resolve her own problems. We have the intelligence, we have the wisdom, we have the know-how of how to resolve or attempt to resolve the problem so she's more tolerable, and both of us have sat there and done nothing. So it's made us just as bad as she was. But if you have issues with me, or I have issues with you, please just talk to me. Like, I don't know what's going on with you and Gelda, but if you feel a certain way about one of us, tell us. Make it clear that you do or don't like one of us and what we've done, so we can work out how to resolve that. Because I don't know about you, but the amount of times where I've just felt defeated because the Guildmaster has slated the lot of us because we can't work together or we're hopeless. I'm getting sick of hearing it, but I'm starting to see where his point is. Can we work together?
Yeah, we can.
Thank you. She takes a deep breath in, exhales, and after a few moments, she looks back to Milo. I would probably suggest that you go and talk to either the Guildmaster or Gelda or somebody else as well about helping you. I know you've got Mira, but remember, Mira is also dealing with her own things. Like, you know, she's still having to deal with the loss of her parents. Having somebody as an objective third party here will help you. For now, could you leave me be?
Milo's gonna leave the guild room. Actually, what time is it?
Probably about midday.
Alright, yeah, Milo's gonna leave the guild room.
Yeah. I'd say early morning, maybe take a few hours to get there and back.
Haven't we just finished the Moogle expedition?
Yeah, you would have
take a while.
You would have left very early morning, and the actual entrance point of that cavern that you were in was not too far from Lenfar in the first place, which is why the Moogles wanted to excavate there. So I would say it's approaching about 1 PM, as it maybe took like an hour and a half to get there and back again. And
lunchtime.
spent in the cave. Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay. So as the rest of the group comes back in, Milo, as you're on your way out, where are you going currently?
Gonna go to the gardens.
Okay. guess lunch will be occurring soon. So I'd say this, like, the party probably would have had lunch a little earlier after getting back. But as the group was on their way back, you notice that Kay's mother, Cassandra, is in the guild.
Fuck.
But she didn't really acknowledge the lot of you. I'd say this is as a collective group, excluding Kay and Milo. The rest of you have seen Cassandra moving about the guild. What are you all doing?
I have no idea.
A fishing trip?
Oh god.
Sorry, I probably peaked my mic.
Everyone wants a fishing. We could do a foraging trip. Foraging? Yes.
Ooh.
Oh, what?
Alex coming foraging, and Penton, we're going foraging.
When did I
Xanis looks at Alec, who's like, bruh, you can't just drag me into this. I mean, it would mean some extra supplies that we could keep hold of. I know Papa Wolf and Papa Fox will probably help us dry cure some of the stuff we find.
The Lord knows we could use the team building.
Xanis nods in agreement.
Foraging.
Screw it.
Okay. Let's go.
So Milo is off in the gardens. Alec, Alice, Mira, are you going?
Mira comes foraging.
I'm being pressured. Okay.
Woo!
Pressuring works.
Yeah, peer pressure.
Yeah.
Foraging with my besties who kind of hate me. Let's go.
Kinda. You should remove the kinda part.
Oh, with my
I don't know.
besties.
I don't know.
Look, I'm gonna be feeding you the poisonous mushrooms. You just wait.
Bruh, no. I'm
Mira's
already
gonna
toxic
get
enough.
Mira's gonna get a shroom.
Alice has got to add to her kill count.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna poisonous mushroom your ass before you know it.
I think you deduct one if you're one of the people you kill.
I'm not gonna.
No, it counts. It counts.
Really?
What?
Okay, so during this, oh no, did I not make her a token, or am I just being blind? It looks like I'm being blind. It's somewhere here. Right. I forgot. You know what? We don't need tokens for this. It's fine. So the party. So the party go out foraging. Meanwhile, actually, I'm gonna get you all to roll nature checks for me real quick, and then I'm gonna come back because I have drunk like way too much water. So I'm gonna step away from the DM screen real quick. Just roll me some nature checks. And
Can
I'll be
I-
right back.
Eepee's
Can I use a time mode?
You
Can I-
certainly may.
Moat time.
Literally, any bonuses to that check you want to add or slap on top, go for it.
The foraging check.
That feeling when you
Please.
forage.
Please,
Oh.
Lord. God.
I feel like there's a bit of survival in foraging. Oh my lord.
Oh.
Now I've got to see
After
how much
foraging,
my.
you find a behemoth. That also happens to be foraging for you.
Huh?
3d4, that's how much I get. Cool.
3d4 these nuts. Anyway.
Whoa. Even
Okay, that's fine.
4,
I know, I'm hilarious.
8. An extra 8. Yay. I didn't need it.
12.
18. 27.
I'm adding survival to the foraging check.
Why are you adding survival?
You can't add survival. This is
What?
That's
Why not?
cheating! Because we're not doing a Bear Grylls moment. We are not Bear Grylls kinning.
27.
Okay,
plus
okay,
8
just
is
nature, just nature.
Okay.
35.
Wow.
35.
Okay, that saves me having to ask.
That's pretty good.
Alice, what did you roll on your nature check?
Just
11.
nature.
11.
That explains why you wanted it to be survival.
Mira,
Natural 20.
which is what totals?
Oh my god.
35.
35.
Oh, we're
Hey.
twinning.
Oh, shut up. Oh, no,
Right.
wait. I thought you said you... No, wait. Yeah, we're twinning. Let's go. I thought you were insulting me.
No, we got 35. We both got
Of course.
Yo!
So 24 from K. Do I have to roll Fenrir? I have to roll Fenrir, don't I?
No, everyone's here.
Everybody apart from Milo, currently, who's off in the gardens just taking a breather. Flapping.
I'm being called for dinner. 1 second.
Foraging
Okay.
for.
Just generally foraging. I forgot how bad Jelda's nature is.
Leaf,
Right, yes,
stick.
because he has.
It can't be worse than mine.
Ev, what's the bonus to yours?
3.
Okay, he's got 8.
Yeah, see, I told you, mine is way worse.
Right, Fenrir. Oh my god, I can't be asked to work out what Fenrir is proficient in. So we're just gonna slap that down as like a. I'm just gonna slap that down as an 18 because that's what his base bonus would be. You friggin' Jesus Christ, Uzok. Okay. Bro, you wanna calm down a little bit? I'm having to do maths, bear with me. Right. Penton, sorry, I just realised I haven't asked you
12.
yet. Okay.
Probably the lowest thing I've rolled in a while.
Damn. So, whilst you are out foraging and Milo is taking a little bit of a breather, Lupus gets a knock on his office door. Hello?
Lupus, I believe you called for me.
Oh my god. Yes, come in, Cass, and please just not the sassy hi voice, please, darling. Whatever you want me to platonically refer to you as.
Okay, just for you. What is it that you need me for?
Well, you know about how I told you in my letter about what is happening with your daughter.
Yes,
I'm
I
surprised
do.
you haven't brought your
I'm
baby
back.
with you. Welcome back.
What happened?
Well,
I have lamb and potatoes. Are we in combat?
No.
we're in the
It's,
conversation.
there is currently
Have I interrupted?
potentially
Something.
potentially check the chat.
God. Oh dear.
Okay, so Lupus kind of rubs his temples with his index and middle fingers. Okay, so I'm assuming that you read the letter past the point of me updating you on what was happening with Kay.
Well, I did have to go shooting for about 2 hours just to get past it, but I did manage to get to the end eventually.
Congratulations, you know how to read.
I know, it's surely a miracle, isn't it? Some people.
Lucas just rolls his eyes. Well. I'm assuming that you'll want to do that little lecture. But you won't be allowed to take that rifle in with you. I see it. I see the outline of it underneath the dress you are currently wearing. You are not taking that rifle into the lecture if you are going to do that.
Oh, you're no fun. It's fun to scare them a little bit, especially since they dare to hurt my little K at times.
Cass, you fire that within this guild hall. I will have you struck from this guild hall. Your daughter will be kicked out, and you and I will likely not speak. Am I clear?
It's fine. You are crystal clear. Just, don't ask Lilac what happens at night time.
I'm already fully aware.
Oh, so you know about the new hole in the ceiling of the bedroom.
Yes, I am fully aware because he went on a 5-minute escapade of trying to not have an existential crisis about what would have happened if that bullet had ended up in his forehead rather than the ceiling.
Yes, well. Okay, fine. Take it. Take it. I'm not happy about it, but take it.
Right. Well, what I'd like you to do is try and explain to them basically what we had to deal with when, well, we had to get involved with the metaphorical sandwich that was Lux and Tenebris all those years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'd also like you to point out to them just how important their teamwork is. Because I don't know about you, but I lost track of the amount of times that Reggie had to kick something draconic in the face.
A few too many times.
Yeah. I also didn't appreciate having to watch your lovely Bahamut fry a skeleton or two.
He's such a good boy.
Right, well, I would hope that you are ready and willing to do that when I get the chance to bring them all together again.
Suppose I'll have a look at some of the reports until you're ready for me.
Yes, I'll let you know when they're together.
Perfect. Much appreciated.
Meanwhile, outside, the group has kind of, I'm gonna say, finished their foraging trip. You've managed to get a bunch of like different herbs and a wide variety of different plants that Xanis has kind of had to assist in making sure that nobody brings back poison things. Like Xanis has had to check every single plant that you guys have collectively picked. So that's a fun.
My foraging skills are a solid 11, so you best bet I got the sexiest mushroom.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh my god.
What the fuck is a sexy mushroom?
Look at these cute ass berries.
Well, at least they aren't poisonous ones, and Xanis is just kind of messing with
I'll
his
eat
head.
them right now to prove to you that I'm the best forager. I want to eat the berries.
Okay. The berries are very good. Yeah, they're just kind of like blueberries.
Best finds. Alice the foraging queen.
So, as you guys are Xanis is now leading you all to the guild kitchen, where basically a bunch of the herbs and that are being handed over to be either the herbs, berries, mushrooms, whatever you've gathered, are being basically put through a dry cure process. And they'll be ready for you the next day. I've got to remember how many targets. Okay, yeah, that's enough. You all have the Guildmaster's voice ring through your head, including you, Milo. All of you within the guild. Calling for a summons to a particular room that you are given directions for by the Guildmaster himself. I spoke the same words like 6 times over there, but you have been collectively summoned.
What do you reckon this is about? Just saying out loud.
It wasn't me. Whatever it wasn't me.
Everyone's audio is very quiet on that.
Maybe turn them up. If you can't hear them, turn them up.
Because I moved my mic away from my face so you couldn't hear me chewing.
That's
Chew, chew,
perfectly
chew.
valid.
Chew your lamb. The potatoes.
Chew my lamb.
Anyway,
The
so
potatoes are shit.
is everybody basically collecting at the
Yeah.
at the office? Okay, so I'm just gonna realign you all as a group. So you end up going into this office that has been specified for you to go to, and I'm not gonna place a collective reaction, but in this room there is a big old sofa in like a U shape, a big old like whiteboard-esque thing, with the Guildmaster and Cassandra standing at the center of the room. Come in, take a seat.
We walk in and take a seat.
Okay.
We do.
I'm gonna go right in the middle of the
Yep.
He's
Doesn't
got a
take
man
seat.
spread.
Totally.
Penton spread.
All the way out, starfish.
Hinton
just
spread.
across the whole thing.
Ah, nasty. Cogs of the world.
If Alec did that, there wouldn't be any space in the room.
Okay. So as you'll seat yourselves down, Lupus, I should probably point out he's not wearing his the metal or half plate armor on his chest region. It's a simple kind of tufty necked shirt. Don't know whether you guys remember the Red Mage outfit he had a while ago. It's the same shirt.
Okay.
Basically, just not in combat gear. But I could have just said that. Oh my god. Bear with me.
Lamau.
I am potato.
So he's not prepared. Interesting. That was all.
The consoles. Happening.
Okay, so he takes a moment to wave his hand to Cassandra. So you're all, I'm assuming you're all familiar with this person to my left. If not, then I'm surprised. Anyway,
Familiar with the barrel.
I should clarify, she is not currently armed in any sort.
By choice, but.
Not by choice, by
Squints.
force.
Mm-hmm.
And squinting in Cassandra's direction.
Anyway, I will give you a quick debriefing for the mission you've just completed, and then lovely Cassandra here has offered to give you an informative experience about her prior venturing. As let's put it this way. You'll know what REM is like, and you know that you are kind of semi-forcefully put up to the current mission to deal with Mace, and then whatever that abomination thing is that's wandering around. So instead of allowing Rem to just push you guys to immediately go and do that after Honeymill, I have instead maneuvered the paperwork so that Cass here will give you a little bit of a seminar sort of thing, and then you should get a little while extra to do some missions after you have gone to Honeymill and returned. Anyway, the mission specifically, I'm very pleased that we have not had any deceased Moogles. They have provided us with the adamantine from those golems that Atlas is currently having an absolute field day trying to melt down. What else? Ah yes, the rewards that they have offered. Let me... Lupus flicks through his, like this book that he's carrying on him. I do believe that they have offered their services should you ever request an airship to be built. Their expedition team, well, are engineers, if you hadn't have figured that one out already, and they will be happy to put an airship together for you, so you're not paying for labour costs from other people that would probably charge you several million gil just to change out a spark plug or something as simple as that.
Penton smiles smugly to himself at the idea of having an actual airship built.
Anyhow, I shall now, don't worry, I have tagged this room so I will know if a spell is cast in a hostile manner. I will now leave you with Cass, who will...
He was definitely unarmed, right?
Yes, I made sure, Penton.
Good.
Lucas,
Cass is just gonna smile.
Cass
like,
smiles menacingly.
Finally, you're alone.
Anyway, Lupus leaves the room, leaving the group sitting around a couch, basically sitting in that U-shaped couch with Cassandra taking the room.
Well then, I suppose I don't need to reintroduce myself, but for those of you that don't know, I am Cassandra Marlborough, and I was part of the Dragon Slayers, who you may know who are in Group A currently. We were those who were required to go fight the dragons Tenebris and Lux, for they grew too powerful for themselves. And during that journey, of course, we had to make a lot of decisions, many of which that, well, we may not have liked to have had. But the thing that kept us united was our teamwork. And reading through the reports that you have, I consider that is a big problem for your group. I must say, consequences and mistakes, the people that you are fighting against, they will not wait for you to get over your petty little feelings. Okay? The Lillian Beast cult, I know a little bit about the Lich Mace. And for what I've seen, if he notices even the slightest bit of doubt in each other, he will manipulate that. You cannot leave any sort of thing to doubt. Okay? Do you understand?
So basically, Mace is just like master manipulator.
Well, it's not just a Mace, it's anyone of the Lillian Beast cult. Not even a Lillian Beast cult, it can be anyone. Anyone who can see that there has been a wedge put between any of you, they will use that without remorse.
Well, guys, guess that's not a good sign for us then.
Xanis looks around the group, and then looks at Cass. So, what you'll... I know Papa Wolf and Papa Fox were involved in that first battle, but what makes you so certain that we can't work together? Obviously, no-brainer. But we haven't seen Mace in a while. I mean, what, Papa Wolf's kept us covered for a while now.
Good question. I'm not saying that you can't work together. In fact, I'm really hoping that you can, but so far, there's been very little evidence of that. Bearing in mind, you have been protected so far. One day, Lupus, Ziffy, everyone else, they may not be there to protect you. And you will be all alone, only to fend with the things that you have on your own backs and each other. And if you cannot rely on each other, how are you possibly going to survive? When we were fighting Tenebris and Lux, there were so many times where one of us could have perished. But we trusted each other enough that we could rely on one another. And that's how we all survived.
I mean, if something or someone manages to take down Lupus and Ziffy, we're kind of fucked, even if we do work together. So, I mean...
See, that kind of attitude, you need to realize this as well. You have the potential to do this. And remember, most of you here are bloodline members. And remember, Lupus and Ziffy aren't immortal either. They have the ability to be taken down. Okay? So you have to be prepared for that. Make yourself strong enough so that if they are taken down, you can be their backup.
Well, sure try.
And do you have any recommendations as someone who is more experienced?
Well, there's a whole reason why the whole guild is required to fight the Lillian Beast. Because everyone has to work in unison. Communication. If one group goes astray, then what else are we supposed to do? That's why you all have to be closely knit. You have to be able to speak to each other to know what each other is going to do. That's what made Group A so incredible. I mean, I have read the reports of other groups. I believe the one that they call Trouble, Group M, they haven't failed a mission. And while they may get things done late, they still get it done because they know how to communicate with each other.
We haven't failed a mission, as far as I'm aware.
As of this
No,
point,
we failed things that weren't missions. Somehow.
as of this point, Lupus returns to come and join this little seminar just to listen in, and partly because, well, Cass being Cass, Lupus is sitting there like, maybe I shouldn't leave him alone. And he walks in as Cass brings this up, and Penton responds with, well, no, we haven't. Lupus sits down, opens the book he was holding. Well, I can tell you now that I technically should have failed you for the rank exam, because lovely Group A have a habit of doing this, but they will bait in the newbie group that's, whether they're being trouble or not, to help them cheat on said exam. Obviously, I'm not gonna mark you down for that, but had that have slipped through to Rem, you know, he wouldn't have been pleased. But she does have a point.
We fucking baited? Oh my...
Of
We
course.
were told that our route was extremely dangerous. There was things called wolf spiders that we couldn't handle, so we should instead
Those
go with them,
bastards.
and they'll basically help us skip part of the journey. So it won't be so perilous. Good to know I was lied to.
Well, yes, what do you expect? This is the most renowned guild, not only on this island, but across the globe at the moment. We haven't been knocked down yet, we've got our competitors, but there are little slips and things like that that most of my what we'll call inner circle groups have performed, and they will do this as a way of testing if people will just take the easy road. You can kill those spiders. It's actually their hibernation season currently.
No, that would have been fucking nice to know.
Well, did you
Well,
look
you
up
didn't go to
information?
look.
No. it
Also,
wasn't near
yes,
a
yes, we
library.
will just take the easy road.
I found out about them
We will take the easy road, thanks.
Lupus looks directly at Alec. So, would you take the easy road in joining the Lilium Beast cult because you don't want to fight a deity? This is what I mean. Unfortunately, that exact kind of thinking can cause the downfall. Yes, you can take the easy road, but it's a test. But we have to test just how much of an easy life you want to give yourself. Do you want to know what the Lilium Beast cult have been offering to their members? Would you like to know?
Sure.
They have been offered a place by the Lilium Beast's side when she becomes the god, when she takes over and becomes a creation goddess. Do you want to know what she actually intends to do?
They want to be
has done?
beside that thing.
But at that point she'd be a goddess of creation, therefore meaning she could take on any form that she so wishes. Do you know what she actually has done to her members and what the cult does to itself? All of their new recruits are sent at our guild. They're given impossible missions. They are purposefully killed off one at a time.
Doesn't seem very efficient.
But do you hear what you're saying? You want to take the easy road. But at what point does that easy road turn you against this guild? What point does it make you just decide to run?
I do not know the answer to that question.
You know, this group does seem to make a lot of excuses for itself. Instead of thinking about things in more depth, you do tend to go for the easy road. Lupus is right. I mean, you could have at least gone to see about these wolf spiders. But you chose not to. You didn't even give it a real consideration point. I mean, there was a time back when Carmina was unfortunately melted. We had to make the decision of whether we only kill one of Lux and Tenebris, or if we decide to get them both. And, well, in the end, we had to deal with both of them instead of taking the easy route and hoping that the other one would just calm down now that its brother has been destroyed.
Lupus looks at Cass. Yes, I would. It's not a pleasant memory of mine, but I'd like to ask you all, as a collective, if right now, or any point whilst you're out on a mission, a member, potentially a high-ranking member of the Lilium Beast cult were to offer you an easy way out, would you take it?
No.
And Lupus is looking at the rest of the group with a very, not stern, but his facial expression is very clearly showing that he is trying to read the expressions and responses of the party.
I'd probably tell Alec to cast message to let you know we'd found a member of the cult.
Sending.
That's the one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't do that sort of magic.
But yeah, I was going to join the Lilian Beast cult. I would have done so already, so don't worry about that.
Yeah, I'm not joining any cults.
No.
Shit seems sketchy.
Lupus has a semi-amused expression on his face. If I were...
I already got the invitation to join a cult, and I turned it down and died instead.
What?
What?
Well, okay, I won't bring up this situation.
No, I think you ought to.
Yeah, we'll put a pin in that, and we'll discuss that one later.
Yes.
No,
we
it's
will
just the K one. It's fine.
We will discuss this once Cassandra has left the room.
You pretend you didn't hear that,
Oh
Cassandra.
yeah.
Because I
Ooh.
have some useful information that I need to give you in preparation for later on. But this is not relevant whilst Cass is here. Why Cass has so kindly offered to share some of her experiences, be it in a semi-judgmental fashion, although very you. There is a point where I want each and every single one of you to appreciate just how much this group has been protected, and just how much meaning is being placed on the fact that you are members of your bloodlines. Take a moment to think about that. Do you think that if you were all just regular people that had turned up out the middle of nowhere without any significance behind you, like any of the other groups that had joined around the same time as you, do you think you'd still be here with the amount of times that you'd slipped up or done something where I've had to personally intervene to prevent your removal from this guild?
Probably not.
Lupus reaches
I
down.
mean, I am just a random person who out of nowhere. So
Pedanticisms
it's unlucky
aside.
to be around my members.
Okay, Mr. Emil, I don't need you to be pedantic. I'm trying to make a point.
Sorry.
Lupus kind of has like a slightly softer, almost mildly amused expression when he kind of responds to that. So he's not having a dig at Alec, but he's kind of pointing out that yeah, he understands that that's kind of the situation with Alec, but not entirely. Because,
Alec's got his cheeky little smile.
yeah. So take a moment to appreciate just how many things I have done to cover your asses. The situation with Jasper. Mira, you should have died, but you miraculously managed to outpace those werewolves. Same with you, Alice.
Oh god, the werewolves.
The two of you combined with Jasper, and at that point Abraham, brought a very bad name to this guild.
So much stuff has happened recently. I'd almost completely forgotten about the werewolves.
Did you know that this one guild on its own is renowned for being a guild that has members that are Lycans, full-blown werewolves that have control over their own abilities, like myself, as I'm sure you've seen me before when I change into my Lycan self. Lupus rolls his eyes at Penton. No. When that happened, do you have any... Actually, no, I'll show you. And Lupus kind of leans back in his chair, puts his arm into this section of the wall, and pulls out basically a full satchel worth of letters and just dumps it down on the table. This is how many requests were put in to do a formal investigation of this guild's Lycans. This is physical evidence in front of you of every single letter.
Did you ever do it?
No, because I had to step in and prevent them from doing so. Because I know that my guild members are reliable. I want you as a group to be reliable. How many times do you think I have relied on Cassandra to have my back?
Is this a rhetorical question?
Nope, this is a genuine question.
Maybe like twice.
32. 32, I guess.
I'll just say a lot.
Yes, that I have had to spend so much of my time relying on her to have my back that she has more than likely saved my life more times than I can count, whilst I've been completely unaware of an approaching danger. Cass, would you mind not retiring? That's not the word I'm looking for. If
You want
could-
me to leave the room?
Yes, please. And I would like you to lock the door behind you.
No problem. I'll see you later, alright?
Of course.
I'll leave and lock the door.
Cassandra leaves and locks the door behind her. Lupus very calmly puts his feet up, like in a manner where he's kind of like sitting cross-legged on top of his chair. How many of you have heard of the tale? It's a book series called the Slaven Saga. It's a trio of 3 books that recount the historical events of Slaven's, not destruction, but defeat at the hands of mortals. How many of you are aware of that book series' existence?
Am I aware of the book series' existence?
Mira probably knows.
If you want, you can all roll history checks. I
What
know
was the
which of-
question?
Oh yay, I love
The
rolling.
question is if the party is aware of the Slaven Saga books. So basically the 3 books that were written to catalogue the history.
Can I have
good history.
advantage?
Yes. I know
Thank you.
I'm not going to roll for the NPCs because I know which ones of them already know it and which ones don't.
Ooh.
Unless I've read it.
I think I'm not gonna roll. It's outside Alice's character to have read a book.
Give me a moment.
28. 28.
Filling my water.
I don't think Pendant's read a whole lot of books either.
Okay,
Alec has.
who rolled?
I did.
What did you roll?
28.
Yes, you have definitely read those books before and have seen them. Anybody else that rolled?
Yes, 30.
Yes, you definitely know. Anybody else?
17.
17. Yeah, you definitely know as well, Nala. Alice and Penton, I'm assuming you 2 didn't roll.
No.
Yeah, I didn't roll.
Okay. So some of you are aware of these books' existence. Some aren't. I'm assuming at the very least you've heard of the Crystal Heroes.
Well, of course.
I'm going to indulge you in a very important piece of information that I'm fine with you all knowing, because as of current, you are essentially the ticket or the key to resolving the Lilium Beast cult. Although as of current, you
Oh god.
have had your, we'll call it vote, from the rest of the guild to allow you to come with next time we deal with the Lilium Beast revoked. So you are going to be sent into hiding with some of the other earlier groups as of current.
Oh.
Because I am not confident in all
Excellent.
of you as a collective right now. However, I will make the effort to try with you if you are willing to try and work together. I'm aware you're probably sick of hearing me repeat me and everybody else point out all the teamwork flaws that you have together. I'll get to that in a moment. I, as well as your second in command, or the secondary guildmaster, Zephy, are both crystal heroes. We were effectively backups in case the initial crystal heroes chosen fell in battle. So we were chosen by what I'm going to call the non-elemental crystal, to essentially act as backups or catalysts in case the original 8 crystal heroes failed their task.
My mom was a crystal hero.
Yes. The hero
That's pretty cool.
Let me ask you this. Do you think that they work together?
Oh yeah, my mother, she told me that they did always they always, work together, and yeah, they were like best friends.
I mean, knowing what my mum was like, probably not.
Would you like to know
I'm
the
pretty sure our moms were best friends.
Yeah.
Lucas kind of gives Milo a little bit of a side eye. And then looks around the whole sofa. Do you want to know how they actually work together? Not the glorified write-ups of what was in the Slaven saga, or what your mothers or parents that were Crystal Heroes have told you.
And all the folk songs.
Yes, and all of the folklore, folk songs, music.
That's the only thing I know about it, so.
Well, it's close enough.
Played a lot in bars.
Yes. Do you want me to tell you just how they functioned? And Lupus has a little bit of malice in his tone as he says this, as he's kind of recalling the events.
Go on then.
Well, they worked individually, like clockwork. You put them together, and it was the greatest shit show I have ever seen.
Worse than us?
It makes you look good.
Ah.
I was the binding element. I was the one who tried, maybe not successfully, but tried to have them all work together. I had to be their binding element, and some of them didn't like me for that. I'm aware that some very much disliked me. One of them tried to kill me at one point. Always a fun time. But they knew what they had to do. They saw, they had a goal put in front of them. They could see what their enemy was. They had specific things that motivated them, but they all shared one task and they understood that task. What I want to ask all of you is, do you understand the magnitude of the task that I'm asking you to help me with?
I'm not entirely
Yeah, I
sure
think
it's
so.
possible to fully understand, if I'm honest. I still come to grips with the whole bloodline thing myself, so.
But do you understand what I'm asking you to do? When I say to you, I want you to help me deal with the Lilium Beast, do you understand what that means? Do you understand how much weight I am putting on your shoulders as well as mine? Because it's okay to say you don't understand the weight of it. I need to know if you understand.
Crystal. But that's just me.
The rest of you?
I understand.
Yeah, makes sense.
Lupus puts down on the table a rather large piece of parchment. It's rolled up in a ball. This is a list of all of the recent attacks and missions that we have had to send our guild members out on relating to the cult. And Lupus picks it up by the top end of it, and you watch it unfurl onto the floor, to the point where it rolls under the U-shaped sofa that you are currently sitting on.
Oh my god.
This is every single attack, every single Lilium Beast cult-related mission we've had to undertake in secret, and every single person that they have tried to attack in the last 2 weeks.
Benton is literally, I guess, looking over the back of the sofa. It's looking at the end of it.
That's hit the wall,
Yes.
and is still about...
Is it still going?
It's about 75% of the way unfurled, the remaining 25% is still furled up against the wall. Good God. So.
I was gonna say, it was remarkable that they have the ability to do that many attacks, considering you were saying that they basically send the new recruits off on suicide missions.
Yes, they do. Do you know how integrated into every single little corner of this planet they are?
That I do not know, no. I know that we've basically encountered one everywhere we've gone. Apart from one time, I think. Still not sure on that one.
Lupus takes a moment to breathe in, and then exhale, as though he's calming himself. So, there's one more thing I want to ask you before I allow you to throw whatever questions you have, because I'm sure you have many as to what the fuck is going on. If I were to ask each and every single one of you right now, maybe, no. If I were to ask you individually if you could work together with one another in a situation where your emotions have been amplified, we'll say, to 4 or 5 times the strength they are currently, could you still function as a group? If I sent you down into the abyss and your emotions were amplified, would you still be able to work together?
Oh, probably not, looking at how we've gone so far.
At this current moment in time,
I could.
I don't think so. For me personally, I think I could. I don't have any real beefs with anyone here. But as a collective, as we stand right now, no. But I also don't believe that it's not possible for us to reach that point.
Bless you, Maria.
We have potential, but we've yet to realise it.
Lucas looks at Penton and looks at Alice. I appreciate you two for being honest. Because I can tell you now, the reason why your, I guess, vote of confidence, the reason why your vote of confidence with the rest of the guild, hold on, I should backtrack a bit. Whenever we go off to fight the Lillian Beast, the guild collectively votes on each and every single group as to how cohesive and capable they are of handling the pressures of the abyss. The guild has collectively voted for your group until recently, where they have collectively rescinded those votes.
How close is the vote then?
Unanimous against.
I mean, before this one. It's obvious it's unanimous against now.
It was a 75-25 split. 75% of this guild thinks that you can, or thought you could, and it is now unanimously against.
What changed that?
Probably me.
No. The way that other guild members have seen your group somewhat deteriorate from point A to point B. When the vote was cast, you were showing potential. As of late, I personally want to have faith, but I can't say I'm confident putting all of you, that's all 9 of you, in a section of the abyss and trust that you will all still be there and alive when I come back. And I'm not talking about the monsters.
But what does that mean for our mission?
For your mission,
For getting rid of this creature once and for all? Aren't we needed for that?
yes, you are. That's why this vote that was made was not taken lightly. What I have told you, in that it's unanimously against, now is to point out to you that as of current, that spark isn't showing strong enough. But I know you are capable of doing it.
How long do we have?
Until she returns, I can't say for certain. Unfortunately, due to Tuck's intervention, alongside Mace's intervention and several other more powerful figures rearing their heads earlier than expected, well, Zodia happened. Which was the first time in a while where I have not been able to amplify my magical detection across a whole city, as it was being directly blocked by the Lily of Beast herself. So, what my current hope is that you will be going over to Honeymill to deal with Hilda Lockhart's request. When you come back, and you have gotten the economic reward from doing that, I will be allowing you to collectively work together to sort out whatever weapons and armor you so wish to wear into battle, communicating with one another what your intentions are to work cohesively as a tactical unit, and I want to see results with the Mace mission and with the mission relating to that abomination that's used Tuck's remains. There is an old friend of mine who will be helping you on that mission into Honeymill. It's a man named Nolan.
And what?
Lupus pulls out a sketch. And if the party could collectively look into the chat, I will post the character icon. If I can find it and not be thick.
It's the guy. I bet it's the guy.
Where is the icon? There it is. And shows it to the group. If you can
It's
return,
the guy.
his name is Nolan Astrelon.
The loud, noisy drunk in the bar.
Xanis.
No, that was
Yeah, Xanis elbows Penton in the gut. That's not him that we met. That was Alex Doppelganger. Don't be rude. Lupus notices this but brushes it off. This sketch is of my friend Nolan. My faith will be restored somewhat if you can convince him to return to the guild and join you. You do that, and I will give you assistance when it comes to dealing with Mace and dealing with the abomination.
We gotta do it, guys.
Let's hope the real thing is more cooperative than the doppelganger was.
He is an experience. Not a bad one by any means, but you do have to get used to his accent.
So the accent was that was real. Oh. Yeah, hopefully real.
Lupus looks across the whole party. Do we have a deal? You
Yes,
finish
we
this
do.
mission, you bring Nolan back with you, convince him to join you, and in return, I will somewhat override the guild's collective vote and allow them to reassess once you come back from dealing with the last two missions that Rem has signed you up to.
Oh god,
Cool.
those missions.
We have a deal, yes?
Do we have no choice in going on with
Yeah.
missions?
Unfortunately, no.
We could fake our
Seems like
death.
a very easily manipulatable system.
Well, if
We
that's how you
could
look at it.
and we're sick.
Lupus sighs.
We could.
Right. I ask one more time just so I have it certain. You agree to this deal that I'm making with you, yes?
Yes.
Yes, Gil.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Thank you. I promise you, he's a bit rough on the edges, but he's a lot nicer than he initially comes off as. Anyhow, I believe that you are overdue to open the guild chest, so off you scurry.
Okay.
Well, unless you want to leave it for longer, but I do want to make sure that you're all aware, though, that the airship parts that the Moogles managed to scavenge are now in the building. So if we can get the money together and, well, you make it back from those 2 missions that Rem has signed you up to and assigned directly to you, you may be able to put the funds together to make an airship for your group. And we do have the storage locations in the guild itself for that.
How much would it cost?
A lot.
I just so happen to have come into a lot recently.
I'm aware.
Is a lot enough?
Perhaps. Anyway, I shall let you all scatter. However, please do take the time to rest before you go to Honeymell. I've already paid for the airship for you to get there, and I'll be coming with you just because I have some people to check in with. I hope that's not a problem.
It's not.
That's fine.
No, it's not.
Okay. Now then, I suppose you're free to go. And Lucas chuckles to himself, rolls the scroll up, and uses one of his runes to turn the door lock so it unlocks. Oh, Scarper as you will. So, what,
If we leave.
yeah, what would you like
Bye,
to do?
Lupus.
I mean, I suppose the first thing of becoming a better team is cooperating and planning to be better as a unit and finding out about what we're coming up against. So we could split up and do some research on what we're going to be encountering.
Milo takes out his notes about about silver dragons.
Yeah, Milo, what do we know?
Well, I never actually got it sent to me, so blah 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 about silver dragons.
I actually put that in the
Oh, you put it.
mission clues.
Oh, okay.
Put it in
Because
there.
edits don't update. Apparently, don't like show notifications. I did not remember.
Sorry, I should have messaged you to let you know.
But
Yes.
that actually reminds me, you didn't send me the stuff about the profaned or sacred one.
Yes, I was midway through sorting something out.
Okay. Fair enough. And is stuff about the bloody hitting a ghost.
Yes, I will just message you with that.
Right. Is it in the no, it's not mini boss.
It'll be the hunt mission.
Hunt mission.
That's what your upcoming mission is classified as.
Okay. Well, the mission mentions that the ghost is a silver dragon ghost. Silver dragons are immune to holy damage, and depending on how old it is, the physical damage reduction at older ages increases.
Do we know roughly how much?
Numerically speaking, sorry, DM butting in. Numerically speaking, this wouldn't be tracked down, as there's kind of a dissipation point between where
The fourth wall.
Yeah, between where the numbers come in and where, from your character's positions or like viewpoints, their attacks just don't hit as hard.
I'm not sure what kind of level spells it contains, but It's got Holy Dragon Force and Spirit Blades blue magics. It's able to paralyze foes and counter spells. Hang on a second. Is good and evil aligned a thing that you can mention, or is that just a...
Yeah, that would be a thing you can mention, because it would be like how a person's, like, I guess how alignment tends to manifest is through your actions and behaviors. So if you go on a massive murdering spree, that person is definitely evil aligned.
If you're...
Yeah.
Alright, yeah. And if you're good or evil aligned, you'll struggle more, but why that is, it's unknown.
Can I ask out of character in these notes here where it says like why as to why that happens, it's unknown or carries a little question mark. Is this stuff we can find out now if we do the research?
This is
or
stuff
is this
that
stuff
you
that we
already
will not be able to find out?
This is all I found in the research in the guild library.
Yeah, so Milo did some research into the actual, like, dragon compendium they've got in the library. So all of the information that is currently there on, like, within that chat under the hunt mission clues is what you as a party, well, Milo knew, now you as a party know. You can do more research into this, however, you will have to basically track down bits of information relating to either the Ghost of the Dragon itself, do more research into, like, information about the dragon's description to try and determine its age, you know, general bits and pieces that you can ask and try and do research on. You go looking for it, there's probably going to be some degree of a result there, if that makes sense.
Okay, so some of the stuff we could probably do once we get to Honeymill.
Mm-hmm.
So once we get to Honeymill, we can split up and each try and find out as much as we can about our enemy, but for now, we know they're capable of paralysing foes, so we're probably going to want to pick up some stuff to deal with paralysis.
Okay.
Because we're a bit fucked if Kay gets paralysed. No offense, Kay.
None taken, I guess. But screw you anyway, platonically.
So if a couple of people want to put some money together and, I guess, bulk buy some stuff for paralysis, that would be good. And we can distribute it out.
Yeah, we definitely should.
Okay.
We need to divide and conquer before our next mission.
Yeah, I mean, we should really have been doing this every mission, to be honest, but...
Some people on
Too late.
research, some people on buying things, and we all need to decide a specific role that we're all going to play.
I'm haste.
You know, in battle.
I hate. And now I throw daggers too. If that's well.
I mean, you threw daggers pretty well today. You finished off the golem.
I did. It was awesome.
Also, Alec, you were extremely quiet for a mad one.
That's because I've got a mouthful of blab.
Makes sense.
I had a mouthful of bland.
Lamb.
Dipstick.
Okay.
Blab! Ah!
I'm enjoying your gruel.
Xanis
Yeah.
scratches his chin as Alice brings up the potential roles. Well, I could spend some time working out what each of us can do, and then go from there.
That would be a great idea.
Okay, I guess time to metaphorically flex my my commanding status, I guess. Alice and Kay, you two are gonna go and do some more research into... I should probably write this down as I'm doing this, otherwise I'm gonna forget.
Either that or get our resident note taker to do it.
No,
Not naming any name.
Mm-hmm.
because that is unfair for something that I will also need to have notes of anyway. So Xanis pairs Alice and Kay together to do research.
Okay.
I also going to move your tokens just so I can keep track of whoever signed a task and who I haven't.
Interesting.
Shouldn't the
choice.
history nerds be doing the research, like Milo and Mira?
Well, I have other tasks to assign to those people.
Oh, okay.
So
Just,
you are
you know,
going
playing
to
on their strengths.
So I'm going to have you work with Kay to do some research on the actual dragon, like how the dragons age specifically. Okay, Alec and Penton, I need you two to do. This is going to sound really strange, but I need you to do some research on draconian magic items, specifically draconian magic armor.
Draconian magic items. Right. I'll make a mental note of it, I guess. I'm relying on you for this, Alec, because I'm not the fastest reader.
I'm a reasonably fast reader.
Right. So you two will be doing that. Xanis is kind of scratching his head.
I can also pick up the items if you want, because I could probably get the best rates for them.
That'll probably be best to do in a little bit. We wanted to get the research done first.
Okay.
I guess Mira. Yeah, we'll do this. Mira,
Hello?
I'm gonna get you to go with Yuzok to go and find out a bit more about the dragon we're dealing with. Because if we can if we can take the we've got a picture of it, but we have an encyclopedia somewhere in the guild library of all of the major dragons that are currently of an old enough age and power that might be a bit of a problem. So you could probably figure that out for us.
Okay.
It's like spot the difference, except from you're matching them instead of finding the inconsistencies.
Oh my god. Spot the dragon.
Spot the Durg.
Sorry, what?
Spot the Durg.
Durg.
The dorg.
Door.
So figuring out if the dragon in the posting is known/named. And I guess Gelder and Milo, if you two wanna work together.
Sure.
And let's think.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Try and find out some more on the hitting the ghost thing.
Okay.
Oh, and I guess doing a little bit of research on like spirit hunting, because that could give us an idea of what I think it was Nolan, whatever his name is, so we can work out what sort of things he's capable of doing.
Alright.
And I will. Oh shit! Wait. And I will organize. God. I will do the boring part of trying to organize my notes together so I can work out who's good at doing what, and then I guess present it to you later.
Yeah, if we know what sort of things we're capable of, then we can, I guess, set out little strategies, little moves we can do. We can give them names and all sorts. It should be a cohesive unit.
That sounds
For sure.
okay, I guess. I don't think giving them fancy names would work, though. It sounds a bit, much.
Well, you don't have a lot of time to talk when you're in combat, so it's difficult to communicate.
That's what I'll do. I know Papa Wolf and Papa Fox have a necklace that gives them telepathy, so they can talk to each other without talking. If we get something like that, I'll try and make it one way. So, well, either one way or where we can choose to ignore people if they're going to be annoying. But I could try and get some of those set up so we can have a much faster way of communicating with one another.
That's a really good idea.
Just keep in mind that that could open us up to some problems with illusion spells if we leave what I'm going to call the channels open.
So we have to open and close them now.
Yeah, of course. Because I don't think you want. I don't think like I don't know. I don't think Milo would want Mira's thinking in his ear constantly.
None of you would want my thinking in your ear. You're all too pure. Anyway.
Xanash just raises an eyebrow. Sure. Anyway, I will go and sort that out. We all good on what we need to do?
Bless you.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, Mr.
Yep.
Dennis, sir.
Mr. Xanis,
Okay.
We'll show them. We'll show them we can be a cohesive group. Can't be that hard.
Okay, so you end up splitting off into your designated groups to go and do your task. Like, do your task. This isn't Among Us. So the first pair I want to focus on is Milo and Gelda. There's a little bit of awkward tension between the two of you. I mean, understandable. So, I guess roll scene question mark.
Okay. So I imagine we're currently looking around the library or whatever, looking for information regarding hitting incorporeal beings as well as spirit hunters.
Yes. So I would say, if I were to propose this image to you, the actual library itself is comprised of 3 different stories, with like this big open column in the middle. It's kind of like a rectangular, like, ring. There are 3 floors to it. You and Gelda are currently on the top floor towards the very back of the library, looking at some of the more, I guess, dense books. Whilst Fenrir is just kind of sleeping under the table.
Do you want to talk about what happened yesterday?
I suppose so. Is there... Did you end up talking to each other, or...?
Twice.
And how did that go?
Well, we're still in the guild.
Well, yes, but just because you're still in the guild doesn't mean too much. It takes a few days to get the paperwork done to leave, I guess. But
Well,
how did it go?
I'll say how Kay said. Scrolls back up to where it was. Hold on. I'll work with you, but I won't trust you like I did before. I'll have faith in any cause you make, but I won't be putting my life in your hands. That's how Kay put it.
Gelda takes a moment to think on that. Before, kind of, his eyebrows raise a little bit and he nods his head as though he's agreeing with his own thinking. Well, I mean, that is quite reasonable considering, but at least she's willing to try and, well, she's trying to put it behind her so we can continue to work cohesively. Okay, it's probably not the best, it's, I'd imagine, quite awkward for both of you, but it could have gone much worse, and at least she wasn't, well, like her mother, I guess? God, that woman has some ferocity to her.
I remember the first time we met Cassandra. She was very threatening, and I'm quite sure she had her gun on her at the time.
Yes, I do believe that was the case. I remember being told by Penton a while ago something about a gun barrel in his face and... Anyway. How are you?
I don't know. Not good, I suppose.
And he scratches his chin. Would this, any of that not goodness have to do with me? I'm presuming it probably does.
My shoulders kind of sink at that a little.
Oh,
yeah.
Come on.
In the library, what you said really hurt. And I know you were trying to get your point across, and it seemed to be the best thing at the time. But when it happened, I just felt that I should immediately rush off to talk to Kay, which I ended up doing yesterday. Because I was scared about losing you.
Zelda takes a moment to contemplate. Well, perhaps not as cohesive as I'm sure your thinking is, but if you weren't ready, you didn't have to say it was okay for me to come and approach. You could have told me to leave you be for longer. Or when I was asking, you know, if the situation was reversed, that was kind of a way of me gauging whether you trust me or not. And you were silent the whole time, so I'm not really sure what we as a duo are currently. So I'm not sure whether you have trusted me or not. I struggle to tell, I'm not good with reading people. And I get that I'm assuming first romantic experience.
Well, I not.
Zelda continues after letting waiting for Milo to finish nodding. But if I'm that important to you that you feel the need to rush ahead to try and prevent what you thought would be the scenario for me leaving, then why didn't you tell me once I started trying to use logic to pick apart why you weren't, like, using, I guess, my logical method of picking people's responses apart to understand how they're feeling? Why didn't you tell me that I wasn't helping rather than, you know, what you did, which was stay silent? I understand, don't get me wrong, but if we are supposed to be a partnership, I should be providing a safer space for you, or at least making you feel as safe and comfortable as possible. Or at least if you had expressed to me that you were, I don't know, I'm assuming taking the time to calm down, why you couldn't have just made that clear to me instead of staying silent when I was just probing you. Like, I'm kind of a little bit worried that we, as a pairing, I may be stunting your ability to express yourself because I'm I would imagine I'm the only one currently that you fully confide in, at least from the amount of time we spend together anyway.
Well, Mira's trying to help with that, but I can't exactly always rely on her to try and help. She has her own problems.
Gelda scratches his chin. So I'd like to throw a bit of a curveball to you. Do you trust me? Or do I need to reassess us as a potential pairing slash current pairing slash whatever this means to you? Do I need to reassess that, or am I just completely misreading?
I
Gelda
do
says this with a
trust
straight
you.
face.
Milo's not saying this with a straight face.
No, I imagine not.
He's visibly upset. I do trust you.
Then talk to me. Come on now. If we are supposed to, well, become a couple, obviously at the moment we're kind of just flailing about in shallow water, because neither of us is really settled on how things are yet. You need to express yourself more, obviously with everybody else, but always try and be clear with me. I am not as perceptive or insightful or wise as the rest of you. Unfortunately, kind of is a me thing. I'm incredibly intelligent. I've got charisma for days, but I am about as wise as a potato that just got pulled out of the ground. I cannot do subtlety, and I need you to just lay it to me straight. Like, right now, this is good. You are making clear that I overstepped a mark, and for us to have a healthy continuation of our partnership, we need to establish where those boundaries lie, and how I can understand whether or not you are in a comfortable position for me to speak to you or for me to approach. You have to be willing to set reasonable boundaries with me so I can understand you better. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Just remember that I don't like conflict. I hate conflict. And during all of this, I'm trying to provide a supportive pillar to you, but do remember that my mother did die within the last month. So, it's already a tough time to begin with. I don't really want to watch more conflict unravel. So express, be clear. Please.
Okay.
Right. Now, should we focus on trying to find hitting ghosts? I don't think that the H section is right for this.
No.
Perhaps we should go to the S section, or
The S section?
well, yes, it's it's alphabetically separated. And for some reason in chronological order as well. God, whoever manages this library has an issue. Maybe OCD.
Perhaps.
is a, here it is. Never mind, it was in H. It's called, oh, this couldn't be more insulting. It's called hitting, I don't want to read this title. And Zelda just passes the book over.
Marla looks at the title.
The book is titled Hitting Ghosts for those that are materially impaired.
Bruh.
And then at the bottom, featuring spirit hunting and how you can help your fellow spirit hunter.
Okay. Marla points at the spirit hunter? Spirit hunter part. Maybe it can provide us some insight as to what spirit hunters are also capable of.
Yes, I would certainly hope so, because, be a bit embarrassing if everybody else has done so much research and we come back with a book that's titled that. So I'm assuming you're going to take the time to pick apart the book.
Yeah.
Okay. Meanwhile, well, Xanis is doing his thing. Mira, we're going to go over to Mira and Yuzok, who are currently looking at the mission posting and scrolling. Doing the equivalent of scrolling through a big old fucking encyclopedia. Like we're talking flicking through the pages, but like using your thumb to like almost like a wave of just the pages moving.
Okay, so we need to get as much information as we can on which dragon this is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Does anything stand out to you yet?
Yuzok is going to roll a perception check. It is a 23. So as he's scrolling, why do I keep using scrolling? Sorry, my brain is just thinking
Scanning?
of fucking, huh?
Would scanning work?
Yeah, that's the word I keep. Skimming. Fucking. Sorry,
Skimming.
I am.
Fingering
Because
the
it makes it
pages
sound
to
like
No,
Mary has been given an iPhone.
I was genuinely after dealing with yesterday, my energy levels have dropped.
I mean, you did almost die.
I did almost, yeah. Anyway. So, like, as skimming through the pages and all of that jazz, you find one particular page that pretty much seems to line up identically with the with what you're looking for. As the silver dragon depicted on the like mission posting lines up perfectly with the dragon that Yuzok has just spotted in this encyclopedia. I found it.
Oh, nice work. Okay. What does it say?
It's called Ulla. And he passes you the book to read directly.
Okay, thank you. I'll read it.
So, the name of the dragon mentions that it is named Ulher, the Silver Wisp, and it is a quite old dragon. Like we're talking the point where it is considered a wyvern, or a worm, however you wish to refer to it, because people pronounce it differently.
Wyvern.
I'm just going to say it wyvern, because that's how I pronounce it.
I think it's wyvern. Yeah. Wyvern.
it is considered a Wyram. And it mentions about it having a large number, a relatively large number of draconian magic items and pieces of draconian magic armor that are all cursed for those that are not incorporeal. And as you're looking through, it bothers you slightly, because it mentions at several different points that it reduces some of the items that it has infused into its own body seem to reduce it's conflicted in the actual encyclopedia itself, because it refers to it reducing the defensive power of some warriors, but then in other places it mentions that the same thing boosts the power of the thing's magic and the impact of its claws and things like that. It's a lot of like inconsistencies. It means the same thing potentially, but it's kind of very inconsistent with itself. But you do now have the name of said dragon.
On her.
Yes.
Would there be more information on this specific dragon, how to deal with this type of dragon elsewhere?
This dragon specifically, not so much, but it does kind of categorize what age the dragon is considered, what type what I guess color category the dragon fits into, amongst other things. So it gives you a lot of the general details you need.
Okay, well, if we know sort of things like its age and breed, then we can try to see what it might be weak and strong against.
Yeah, that should work. We should get this back to the others.
Yeah, let's go. I'm gonna high five. I'll put my hand up to high five Yuzok.
The leaf of the nearby shrubbery. It's like a palm, almost like a palm leaf-esque plant. The leaf basically reaches over and high fives Mira instead of Yuzok doing it.
You know what, Yuzok? I like you. You're really cool.
Yuzok starts walking faster. Actually, you know what's really funny? You know what's really funny? Mira's base movement speed, I'm pretty sure is 60 right now, isn't it? Yuzok's is 70. So he is literally walking faster than Mira can keep up.
Yuzok, why are you walking so fast? I'm little.
Sounds like a skill issue.
It is a skill issue. Please slow down.
Anyway, in the meanwhile, Alice and Kay, the two of you are currently researching silver dragons and taking a look through what changes throughout their age. However, Kay has ended up getting rather fixated on the oldest stage of dragon that isn't specifically like the primal or mythical variants. Alice, I think this might be quite interesting for you to take a look at. And she points at I'll have to find it for you. She points it at the image. I need to find the thing.
And the dragon has gone missing.
No, it's dark mode. Why you like? Oh, there we go. It's not as high a quality an image, but it will do.
It looks like it was made out of 3 pixels.
I mean, that's because it's a it's a I believe it's a PS2 model, so it's gonna look very polygonal.
3 Minecraft pixels.
It's from what I'm gonna look up what game that is. That is from. That is from. Yeah, that's artwork from the PS2 era of it. I can give you a. Oh, there we go. I can give you a more. Like, I'm just gonna throw a bunch of.
Oh, it's a cute bean.
So that is
A
what
little
the
cute
typical.
bean.
That's what the typical silver dragon looks like. Although the mythical and primordial versions look a little different. Like noticeably so. Would you like a visualization of that?
Go for it.
So this is the mythical silver dragon,
Whoa, that's a different animal.
and this is the primordial.
Oh my lord. Wowee.
Quite the difference.
Yeah, very different. So is this what I'm looking at on the book?
Yeah. So you're looking at the second one, the second image. So this one. I will reply
Oh
to
my
every message
goodness.
with the letter
Are
E.
those blades for wings? What's going on?
Well, well, these two you don't need to worry about so much. Those are very rare, if not borderline non-existent at this point. But this one, and she points to the more like serpentine, worm-esque looking one. This
Yeah.
might be the one that this might be the one that we want to focus on. I mean, if it's weaker than that, then this makes our life easier. But this thing is powerful, alright? I'm pretty sure it can hit. Like, if it tries to attack us, it's gonna land. It's gonna land its attacks without any difficulty at all.
Well, then we gotta do something. We gotta do some research on this then, so that we can prevent this. You know.
She nods. Also, before I forget, I'm gonna try, if you would be able to bear with me, I'll try and, I guess, tutor you, because I know people don't think you're smart, but I want to try and help you be smarter, because then, you know, people won't give you as much crap. And also, I'm pretty sure you need to be like really smart for your bloodlines, like abilities and stuff like that. Because I forget what specifically it is, but I'm basically going to help you increase your brain capacity by like a lot.
Well, I'm just gonna put it out there. I can read. You know.
I mean, I never doubted your capability of reading. That's
Well, Mira doubts it.
but that's Mira. There's a big difference there.
Okay. Otherwise, I'm pretty good at everything else. You know. Oh, R.I.P. the laptop.
Take two. So the party, like I'm gonna say you take take a few hours to gather your details together, and you end up reconvening back in the guild room, where Alice and Kay have their notes on the dragon, like the different types of dragons. Alec and Penton have returned with some bits and pieces of information on the draconian magic armor and things like that. That I will make notes of on the I will make notes of because I haven't actually got. I know what they do, but I haven't got names for them yet. So whoops. Mira and Yuzok now know the name of the dragon, and then Milo and Gelda have found out some information on hitting ghosts and spirit hunting in itself. And Xanis has 6. Yeah, has like 6 full-on like sheets of paper where he's just writing down miscellaneous notes together, and then has a collection of interesting-looking what look like gemstone-esque things, and these little like teardrop-shaped crystals. And there are 9 of them currently. Oh, well, you guys are back a little faster than I expected, but I have good news. Let me hand these out, and each one of you gets like it's a different color stone each, but all the teardrop gems you get given are roughly the same color. Right, so the teardrop one keep like on you, I guess, like, I don't know, make like get it put in like a necklace or something, or I don't know, but this will allow us to do this. And Xanis touches the stone, holds onto it, and whilst it's in the character's hand, or basically activated, quote unquote, it lets out a very faint glow of light, and you hear Xanis' voice in your head. So, yeah, this is a thing.
Whoa.
Basically, like, Papa Wolf is currently trying to get some ribbons, well, not actual ribbons, but like a way for us to wear these gemstones on us. I don't know, probably like some sort of armband or something, so we can communicate without too much issue. And then he deactivates the gemstone. And the gemstone looking things, so those like interesting looking, like, I want to describe them as like somewhat circular discs with what looks like a rune carved into it. Each one of them is different depending on, like, when you're looking at it, you each have a different like rune on it. And Xanis looks to you, and these are something that we probably should have had a while ago. So, you know how like us trying to change, like, if we try and change like our armor or anything like that during battle, we have to like take it off fully and put it back on, and it takes ages.
But yeah, that's how clothes work.
Well, each one of these little stones has our name carved into it in runic. That's what the symbols are, and we can activate them. We'll have to spend a little bit trying to, you know, actually have them active, but it will change out everything or anything we are wearing. So if you want to wear a different set of robes, or I don't know, Alec wants to put on a different waistband without having to take ages to swap them out, just touch the gemstone and ta-da! It changes.
Instant disguises.
I should mention that this mainly applies to anything we're using to battle with.
Ah. It's still good, but
Yeah. Anyway, we should probably we'll share our information with each other. But yeah, let's prove them wrong.
yeah. We can do it.
I hope. And he smiles a
Group
little
Q
bit.
huddle.
No.
No?
No.
Group huddle,
No, I
sure,
said group
why
U
not?
huddle. Not group cuddle.
Yeah.
Okay, I think
Group cuddle.
No.
No.
Group
Anyway,
cuddle.
We should go and
Yeah.
I'll
The group
hug
cuddle
Alec.
just ends up being me and Maria. Yeah. Just
Yeah, I'll hug
Okay.
Alec.
We can come up with a chant and everything.
Yeah,
It'd
we'll
be
just
really,
fucking-
really embarrassing.
DM Brain Cha-Cha sliding on into here. Do you want to do your guild chest rolls during session before I forget them?
Yeah.
Sure.
Just so I
Yeah,
have
sure.
the numbers.
Yeah,
then
let's
I can-
roll.
Then I can
It's
ping-
D100, right?
Yep, it's a D100 plus, what's the guild rank currently? It is E. So...
I'm gonna use my green dice. Come on,
so
green dice.
it's a D100 and then add 12 to the result.
Yeah.
Oh,
Add
And that
12.
is
Holy
a
Why
shit.
12?
What happens if I get
Oh.
over 100?
yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
Then it would cap at 100.
Right.
Okay.
Wait, sorry, what am I
I'm not gonna get over 100.
So you're rolling a D100 plus 12.
$96 plus 12.
Oh my god.
Oh no!
I got 100!
Oh
100
no!
possibilities.
And you rolled a 3. I
100 bloody sides to this dice, and I rolled
Mira,
a
how do you keep
3.
doing that?
Sorry?
How do you keep rolling so high on this shit?
I don't know.
Hey,
Didn't I show
looking
you
at the
the
time
only...
mage, do you want to use one of your time, like your motes of time, to give Alice a little bit of an easier life?
Can I give that to
You can
Other
give someone
people?
lucky, I'm pretty sure.
It doesn't say I can watch around, time mage may gain, skill check, blah blah blah.
I didn't do my even the odds rolls for today.
Okay, so there's one part on this.
The description for motes of time says reduce the duration of a negative condition on effect the time mage has by 126 rounds. I think you mean 1d6 or something like that.
That might be 1d6. I think I may have. Did I?
Fucked.
Hold on. Am I thinking of?
I don't know if I can grant an ally that, but I can give you 60 feet additional movement.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
let
let's
Alice
go with
open
my
the chest
speedy
of
shoes.
disappointment faster.
I can't increase your roll, but I can make you speedy.
Alice
Speed.
runs out the room crying.
I don't know, unless Lupus wants to just add that to the mote of time, but I can increase people's guild
I'm
chest.
just trying to think, because Okay, I'll get these rolls written down because
It's fine, I just have a 3, it's okay. I'll
So it'll be
survive.
15 total then, if you roll a 3 on the dice.
Yeah, I'll survive.
I am
That's so
genuinely
sad.
looking through everything to see if I can force a reroll on that. Looking through every single character.
I can rewind time 1 minute, so we would all have to do it again.
No!
I'm
It's
okay
not
with
worth
that.
it.
But I'm a selfish chaotic neutral, and I rolled well, so I'm keeping it.
No, don't blame me.
I just rolled my even the odds rolls.
Yeah.
Oh, I did the plus 12 every time, so it should be these.
So, do you want to make use of one of those? Seeming as you have your even the odds rolls.
Yes, I'd like to make use of that one.
For who?
I can't use them for anyone else.
Alright, yeah. You sure?
Yes, I can't
Okay.
give other people stuff.
Right, yes, sorry, I'm thinking of Astrologian. Ignore me.
So if nobody
Smile.
opposes, I will take
So,
that
Alice. So,
Sorry.
it's 15 total. Alec, you rolled.
Let me just check.
108, so just 100.
Yeah. Okay, so Penton 98. I will do the NPC rolls off screen, but unless you want me to do those now, and
Go on
listen to
then.
me roll dice for four times over.
Go on then.
We have 1 minute left of session, so you might as well.
I'm also, just to let you know, I'm going to be updating the table a little bit to condense it down and make it a bit more friendly. So I will take like half an hour or so to get back to you on that. Anyway, K's is a 77 total. Jelder, oh shit, is a 95. Ooh.
Well, how is everyone rolling like 70 and above, and then
It's
I
my
rolled a
roll.
3?
Darling, it's my rolls.
I stole your luck.
Wait,
How? I know the entire goddamn party stole my luck.
You know what? Alice, reroll. I'm gonna be nice.
Yay!
It feels really.
She's gonna get one. She's gonna get one.
No, don't wait. Whoa.
I don't like.
Oh my god, guys! I rolled a 41.
So that'd be 53 total.
Look, that is so much better than 3.
I kind of wish you had
Look at-
rolled one.
At least I'm honest. You know, there's no cheating here. Gully rolls a 3.
Okay, so I've got all my numbers.
Oh, I've got peas on the floor.
We lost Lupine. Anyway,
My peas.
next session will be hopefully a little bit of a chill one. I'll give you guys basically a little bit of time to
There it is.
unwind, because the upcoming mission is going to be a little bit spicy. We'll put it that way.
Spice.
I'll basically give you some time to unwind.
What are you gonna do to us?
And then we'll slide on into the actual honeymoon mission, the session afterwards. So you get, next session will be a bit of a chill one where you can just faff about, and then the session after will be jumping straight into the honeymoon stuff.
Vibes.
Alright, and goodbye. I'll see you in the
Bye.
next session.
Bye.